Brief disclaimer. This episode discusses OCD and may be triggering for some people. My name is Leilani Thatcher, a tour guide at the Library of Lost Things. This is The Doorstep Project, episode 44, Good People. A letter from a listener, Rosa, from New Mexico. When I was younger, I had this friend. She was an awful person to everyone, and so many of my friends and teachers tried to warn me about her, but I was young. She said a lot of horrible things to me through the years, and middle school was the worst. Once, she told me, "There are a lot of good people in this world, and you aren't one of them." We drifted away in high school when I got wise to her tricks, but damage was already done. That one little phrase stuck with me for years. I'd always assumed I was a good person. I never intentionally hurt someone or cheated on a test or anything like that. But what if I did? What if I was actually a horrible friend? Maybe that joke that I thought they told wasn't a joke. What if I wasn't listening and they told me their dog died and I started laughing? Or maybe I'm a bully. I teased one of my friends constantly about this boy that was always trying to talk to her. What if he's actually a creep and she's trying to get away from him, but I'm encouraging it? What if I accidentally cheated on a test? Like my eyes wandered around and I just did it without thinking? Seems ridiculous to me now, but when I was younger, these fears clouded every thought. I apologize for everything I could think of to anyone who would listen. I was seeking reassurance to the point of alienation, being honest to the point of awkwardness. My friends were trying to be patient, but they were starting to get annoyed, which only furthered my belief that I was a bad person. It only got worse through the years. When I learned to drive, it reached whole new levels. What if that pothole was actually a person? What if that light that I just went through wasn't actually green? What if it was red and I couldn't tell? Maybe I went colorblind suddenly, but it only affected traffic lights. And did I fully stop at that stop sign? I know I just renewed my car tags, but what if I forgot to put them on? I see the speed limit sign, but maybe I'm going too fast. Of course, I didn't say any of this out loud. I was aware, even then, that most of my fears were unfounded. But my dad noticed, especially when I got a job and started donating almost all of my money as soon as I got my paycheck. Because good people don't keep money. And I was trying to be a good person. It took a lot of convincing to seek help, but I was quickly diagnosed with morality scrupulosity OCD. They said that my friend had probably exasperated an existing problem in my young life and spun me out of control. Years working on my mental health has taught me many things. Importantly, it's taught me how to be patient with people. No one knows what my old friend meant when she told me I wasn't a good person. It triggered a chain of events that could have destroyed my life, but it didn't. There are a lot of good people in this world, and every single one of them has to work on being a good person every single day. Every one of them has been less than good in their time, and that includes me. OCD is a misunderstood disorder that can affect your quality of life in detrimental ways, making it difficult to do even the simplest of tasks without fear of judgment, imperfection, negative moral implications, or relationship failure. We at the Doorstep Project encourage those who are struggling to seek help in professional sources. Thank you for listening to The Doorstep Project. This audio drama was created and produced by Family Friendly Podcasts. If you enjoyed the podcast, leave a rating and review on your podcast app of choice or share it with a friend. Leilani and the project will be back next week. Until then, write every day. One day, your story could be in a museum. The Doorstep Project is produced by Family Friendly Podcasts. It was written, edited, and performed by AJ Barton. Sound effects for this podcast are provided by Zapsplat. Music used in this podcast includes Reawakening by Kevin McLeod, licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license. You can learn more at his website, incompetech.com, or at creativecommons.org. Both music and sound effects have been changed and edited by AJ Barton. Links for websites, information, and contact can be found in the description of the episode. Would you like to submit your story or art to the Doorstep Project? You can find information for story submission at familyfriendlypodcast.com/The Doorstep Project. Information on CC by 4.0 licenses can be found at creativecommons.org.